Do you know what happened on August 5th, 1100 AD? Who was King Henry I? Henry I, the crowning of a king and the dawn of a new era. On August 5th, 1100, Henry I was crowned King of England, an event that would significantly shape the medieval history of England. His ascension to the throne was not merely a continuation of his father William the Conqueror's legacy, but also the beginning of a transformative era characterized by administrative reforms, legal innovations, and efforts to consolidate royal power. Let's explore the circumstances surrounding Henry I's coronation, his policies and reforms, and the broader implications of his reign for the English monarchy. The context of Henry I's ascension. Henry I, the fourth son of William the Conqueror, ascended to the throne under tumultuous circumstances. His elder brothers, Robert Curthose and William II, Rufus, were in direct line for the throne before him. Robert inherited the Duchy of Normandy, and William II became King of England in 1087. Henry, the youngest, was left with monetary inheritance but no land, leading to a precarious position within the familial hierarchy. The sudden death of William II on August 2, 1100, during a hunting accident in the New Forest, created a power vacuum. The circumstances of his death were suspicious and led to various theories, including potential foul play. Seizing the opportunity, Henry quickly moved to claim the throne. Within 3 days, he was crowned at Westminster Abbey, a strategic move to prevent any claims from his elder brother Robert, who was away on the First Crusade. Henry's swift action reflected his political acumen and understanding of the volatile nature of medieval succession politics. Henry I's coronation and initial reforms. Henry's coronation was not only a ceremonial event, but also a declaration of his vision for the kingdom. He issued the Charter of Liberties, also known as the Coronation Charter, which sought to address the grievances of the barons and the church. This document is often considered a precursor to the Magna Carta of 1215, as it promised to abolish unjust practices and restore the laws of Edward the Confessor. The Charter of Liberties included promises to end the abuses of his predecessor, such as arbitrary taxation and the exploitation of church vacancies. Henry's commitment to good governance and legal reform was evident from the outset, setting the tone for his reign. His efforts to reconcile with the church and the barons were crucial in stabilizing his rule and ensuring loyalty from powerful factions within the kingdom. Consolidation of power and legal reforms. One of Henry I's most significant achievements was his consolidation of royal power through administrative and legal reforms. He established the Exchequer, a financial institution that improved the efficiency of tax collection and royal revenue management. The Exchequer's records, known as the Pipe Rolls, provide invaluable insights into the economic and administrative workings of medieval England. Henry also strengthened the judiciary by appointing justices itinerant, royal officials who traveled the kingdom to administer justice. This system helped to standardize legal practices and reduce regional disparities in the enforcement of laws. The king's emphasis on legal uniformity and the establishment of a centralized bureaucracy were key factors in the development of the English common law system. Relations with the nobility and the church. Henry I's relationship with the nobility and the church was a delicate balancing act. To secure his position, he married Edith of Scotland, later known as Matilda, the daughter of Malcolm III of Scotland and Margaret of Wessex. This marriage not only strengthened his ties with the Scottish royal family, but also enhanced his legitimacy by associating him with the revered Anglo-Saxon royal line. Henry's dealings with the church were marked by both cooperation and conflict. He restored lands and privileges to the church that had been confiscated by his predecessors, earning the support of influential church leaders. However, his insistence on maintaining royal authority over ecclesiastical appointments led to tensions, particularly with Archbishop Anselm of Canterbury. The investiture controversy, a conflict over the right to invest bishops and abbots, was a significant issue during his reign. Although a compromise was eventually reached, it highlighted the ongoing struggle between secular and ecclesiastical powers, military campaigns, and foreign policy. Henry I's reign was also characterized by military campaigns and efforts to assert dominance over his territories. His most notable military achievement was the Battle of Tinchebray in 1106, where he defeated his brother Robert Curthose and secured control over Normandy. This victory not only reunited the Anglo-Norman realms, but also demonstrated Henry's military prowess and strategic acumen. Henry's foreign policy aimed at maintaining stability and protecting his kingdom from external threats. He forged alliances through marriage, such as the union of his daughter Matilda to Henry V, Holy Roman Emperor. These alliances were instrumental in deterring potential aggressors and ensuring the security of his realm. The White Ship disaster and succession crisis. The latter part of Henry I's reign was marred by a tragedy that would have profound implications for the English monarchy. In 1120, the White Ship disaster resulted in the death of Henry's only legitimate son and heir, William Adelin. This event plunged the kingdom into a succession crisis, as Henry had no other male heirs. Despite his efforts to secure the succession by naming his daughter Matilda as his heir, the idea of a female ruler was met with resistance. Henry's attempts to enforce Matilda's succession led to a protracted civil war known as the Anarchy, which erupted after his death in 1135. The ensuing conflict between Matilda and her cousin Stephen of Blois underscored the fragility of the medieval succession system and the challenges of female rulership in a male-dominated society. Legacy of Henry I. Henry I's reign left a lasting legacy on the English monarchy and the development of medieval governance. His administrative and legal reforms laid the groundwork for a more centralized and efficient system of government. The establishment of the exchequer and the standardization of legal practices were significant milestones in the evolution of English statecraft. Henry's efforts to balance the interests of the nobility, the church, and the monarchy set important precedents for future rulers. His Charter of Liberties, although limited in its immediate impact, signaled a move towards accountable governance and the protection of subjects' rights. This document would later inspire the barons who forced King John to sign the Magna Carta in 1215, a foundational moment in the history of constitutional law. Conclusion. The crowning of Henry I on August 5, 1100, marked the beginning of a transformative period in English history. His reign was characterized by significant administrative and legal reforms, efforts to consolidate royal power, and a complex interplay with the nobility and the church. Despite the challenges and tragedies he faced, Henry I's legacy endured through his contributions to the development of a more centralized and just system of governance. His reign set important precedents that would shape the trajectory of the English monarchy and the evolution of medieval statecraft. Thank you for joining us on Medieval Chronicles 1066. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into history's most fascinating tales. See you next time. Stay curious.